My name is HAJAMI, PH student in FAS University. I would like to say thanks to the first international online conference on nanoscience and nanotechnology. My project is about study of the statistical performances of the ionization chambers for the dosimetry of the photon beams. Here we have introduction, problematic objectives of the research project and results and discussion. And finally, we find the conclusion and perspective. The use of ionizing radiation in various applications has been the subject of serious discussion in recent years. So gas detectors are used in various applications and operating stages. So why we choosing a dosimetry system? Possibility of calibration connected to a primary laboratory. So calibration frequency, reproducibility of dosimetry response, and dimensions of the dosimeters, irradiation conditions, absorb the dose range in relation to its specific use, effects of environmental conditions on the response of the dosimeter, stability of the dosimeter response, and cost of implementation. There is not an ideal detector that can answer all questions of ionizing or radiation detection. This promising research will be focused on this area. It's impossible to know the exact value of physical quantity. It's very important to know the uncertainty of the measurement. So the question is how then reduce the impact of these effects on the measurements made by the dosimeter. So, objective. The main goal of this work is to study of the response of the ionization chambers detector according to several physical characteristics for photon dosimetry in radiotherapy. For execution based on a qualitative and quantitative critical study in the physical and statistical sense to evaluate the performance of these gas detectors. I will validate the experimental results obtained by using numerical simulation in order to propose an improvement of this device for a very effective results and discussion. The experiment's results in this work allow to emphasize that the response of gases detectors, so ionization chambers used in radiotherapy, depends on several parameters. To reduce measurement dispersion, the action of suppressing distributed effects is recommended. Here we find the responses PC on function by voltage. So for this, the results obtained are as follows. There is an asymmetry between the response saturation curves measured for positive voltages and those corresponding to negative voltage. So the maximum deviation was 0.5%. So here we change voltage by angulation. So we find a response key function by undulation. So this difference is from 0.3% to 0.6% for undulation of 0 to 360. So the response remains constant as a function of angulation. Here we have another form. So we use a number of measures. So we calculate response. So these factors are statistically in terms of repeatability and reproducibility. That is the uncertainty of evolution of all these measurements is very low, with a coefficient of variation of the order of uncertainty 0.05%. In this form, detectors have great detection capability of a wide range. The ionization chamber's response is affected by a large energy distances of an average variation factor of 4.10%. So in this form, we use energy of photon, so we measure the response key. So we have two forms. We have variation and response key. So finally, we have a conclusion. In general, to measure the absorbed dose in photon, dosimetry self-measurement must be performed in parallel with the effects of the system, which are induced by ionizing radiations. To conclude, further improvements are possible to the method of use of these detectors for new application in order to increase the performance and open other access on the continuity of this research. So, and thank you for your attention.